Well folks, it seems our former president, Donald J. Trump, has been digging deep into the history books and stumbled upon a relic from a bygone era. I'm talking about the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, a law so old it probably still owes taxes to the East India Company. On March 15, 2025, Trump decided to dust off this antiquated piece of legislation and use it to try and deport 5 Venezuelan nationals associated with the trendy Aragua gang. Now you might be thinking, the trendy what now? And frankly, that's a valid question. But before we get into the specifics of this case, let's take a trip down memory lane and delve into the history of this controversial act. The Alien Enemies Act, passed during a time of heightened tensions between the United States and France, grants the president sweeping powers to detain, relocate, or deport immigrants from nations deemed hostile to the U.S. This act, my friends, is a relic of a bygone era, a time when powdered wigs and duels were all the rage. It has been invoked only 3 times in U.S. history, during the War of 1812, World War I, and World War II. Each time, it has left a trail of heartbreak and injustice in its wake. During World War II, this act was used to justify the internment of over 120,000 Japanese Americans, stripping them of their liberty and property based solely on their ancestry. Now back to the present day. Trump, in his infinite wisdom, has decided to resurrect this legal dinosaur and use it against 5 Venezuelan nationals. His justification? He claims that these individuals are members of the Tren de Aragua gang, which he designated as a foreign terrorist organization back in January 2025. According to Trump, this gang poses a significant threat to national security, and its members must be deported immediately. Thankfully, the American legal system still has a few tricks up its sleeve. Just hours before the deportations were set to take place, U.S. District Judge James E. Boasberg issued a 14-day temporary restraining order, putting a screeching halt to Trump's deportation plans. The lawsuit, filed by the American Civil Liberties Union (ACLU) and Democracy Forward, argues that invoking the Alien Enemies Act in peacetime is a blatant abuse of power and a violation of basic human rights.